All right, so when we left off in terms of, doing video for your business, in a couple of Vlogmas episodes ago, we were talking about the template that I use for building all of the things around that video, including the script. But I left out the script part because I felt like that piece needed to have a little bit of detail by itself. And so this video is going to be about how to use that template to build your script when you're doing your videos. All right, so yes, it's a little bit dark in here, but that's because I'm just getting around to filming this at about 8:30 at night. I've been in meetings all day. We're doing CompTIA year-end planning this week, or the last couple of days. And so this is, the only opportunity I've had today to really film. But I figured we need to get back to the video episodes anyway, so let's go. Hey everybody, Eric Anthony here, and I am the administrator, moderator, filmer, actor, whatever, for All Things MSP. And just wanted to make sure that you guys know that we also, in addition to this YouTube channel, have a Facebook group. That Facebook group is called All Things MSP. You can either just search for it on Facebook, or I did put the link to join down in the description of this video. So if you want to join in that conversation, please do. Please join us over at All Things MSP. All right, so let's take a look at the script part of my template. I wanted to do a separate video on this because I think it's enough material that it deserves its own video, and wanted to make sure that I had time without making a huge long video to do the scripting portion of it. Now, as you can see, there are several columns across the top here. There's the scene number, and that just kind of helps you keep track of all your different scenes, especially if you're filming them out of order. It helps you to put them back into order in terms of how you designed the flow of the video. The description, and I'll go into that a little bit more later, but it's basically a description of that scene. What element of the video is that? Time is an important one. The script, obviously, this is where you're going to put what you're writing to say to the camera, and then visual effects and audio effects. Now, going back to description, there's several descriptions in this video. You see the first one is called intro. Some people call it a hook. This is basically the text you want to read to make sure that they will watch the rest of the video. This is the hook or the intro to get them pulled in so that they'll be interested in what the content is of the video is and be able to look forward to what is in the video. Then for my All Things MSP video, I always have this ATM intro. This is basically that opening sequence that you typically see, kind of just a branding type of video sequence. And then I typically have my first call to action, or CTA. This call to action specifically is for people to join the Facebook group. I definitely want to get people involved with the Facebook group so that we can have more discussions, have more people involved with the discussions around the business operations, things that we typically talk about in the group. So this is just a place to remind them that the group exists and that they can click on the link in the description in order to join the group. Next, I have my content. Now, depending on the size and length of the video, I may have more than one content scene, especially if it has some like logical divisions to it, where I want to have different sections built out there. This one is pretty short. It's just a basic paragraph, a whole bunch of bullet points that I covered in that last video, as you can see. And then scrolling down here, I have my last call to action. So this is a pretty simple video. The Vlogmas videos are pretty simple, pretty short usually. And so my second call to action is usually to like the video if they liked it, and then subscribe and ring the bell so they get notified when I post new videos. So those are my different sections, and you can have a whole bunch of different sections if you want to. They don't have to be in this order. The one thing I do recommend is make sure you do spend some time creating that intro, creating that hook, so that you pull them in within the first couple seconds of the video to make them want to watch through the entire video. All right, time. Time is important because a lot of times when you're designing a video, you're designing it to fit within a specific time frame. And because you want to hit that goal of making it fit within a specific time frame, you want to make sure that you go through and you do practice runs on the script, and that you make sure that it, you can add those times up and they add up to, near or under your goal for the limit of the length of that video. Next, I have the script. The script, basically the most important part of the script. Makes sense, right? But this is word for word, at least the way I do it. There's different ways to do it. You can do word for word. You can do bullet points if you want to. It really doesn't matter. It just depends on how you want to record, film your videos and how you want your talking sections to go. This video right here, you may see, is a little less formal than some of my other ones, and that's because I'm actually not even using a script for this one today. I'm just doing it all, just going through the script, going through the template, and kind of describing what I'm seeing and what I use the different sections for. In Vlogmas episode 3, which this script is actually the one for, I actually copied and pasted this entire script so that I could put it on my teleprompter to do it that way. A lot of different people do it a lot of different ways. The teleprompter works for me when I want to be very specific about the information that I'm sharing to make sure that I don't miss anything or say something wrong. All right, and then next is your visual effects. Your visual effects are going to be things like graphics, annotations, B-roll footage, things like that you want specifically to be part of that scene. In fact, one of the things I will do is if they are tied, the timing of when those appear are tied to a specific sentence in the script, I'll actually, pop down some lines so that I can align whatever that graphic element or B-roll is with that specific sentence. And it's just a way for me to keep track of all the different elements that I'm going to need, as well as the different B-roll footage that I'm going to need to film before I'm done, putting this video together. And then last but certainly not least is the audio effects. The audio effects are there so that if I want some kind of sound design, okay? So say I want jingle bells in the background, or I want the sound of a horn or a clown car, or whatever it is to enhance whatever's going on in that video right then at that moment, gives me the opportunity to add another dimension, a little more texture, if you will, to the video by enhancing those elements, those timings with those specific sounds. So that's the column that I use to include those things. And just like the visual effects, if they're supposed to happen right at a certain time in the script, I'll actually scroll down or create blank lines so that I can actually align when that audio effect is supposed to kick off with the line in the script where it's supposed to occur. All right, guys, now hopefully that has given you an idea of how I use the scripting part of the template. Again, I'll put the link to the template down in the description so you can just click on that and download it. I think it's really simple to use, and it helps me to really organize my videos into the order that I need to shoot them, the different elements that I need to download, maybe from clip art sites or from Epidemic Sound, which is who I use for my sound effects, things like that. It just allows me to organize that all in one place and plan it on one sheet of paper so that I can go through and in an organized fashion check off all of those different elements that I need to make sure that I have before I get into the editing of the video. Thanks for watching today. I really do appreciate all of the support that I've been getting through Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed those more personal vlogs that I had over the last couple of days, my trip to Palm Springs. Those were definitely some interesting adventures that I went on. They were really fun. And if you want to see more of these videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click on that notification bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. And if you liked this video, please do me the favor of commenting on this video and or clicking that thumbs up button, letting me know what you like about these videos or what you'd like to see in these videos. That would help out a lot too. But for now, make sure you're always learning, you work hard, and make sure, above all else, you're living well. Thanks. I'll see you in the next one.